Hi and welcome to episode 51 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from my home, not his home, my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It is great to have you here.
Yes, it is. To have you. It is.
You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. I fixed last week's one, and this week's one's ready to go. The website is having an overhaul. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Saltra.
I'm Plumberboy21.
We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We also have our group on the website for anyone who would like to take part in make-alongs or chatter or other stuff. And you can sign up by going to the community tab, then groups. We'll ask you a few questions, make sure that you're a crafter, and then after that you just log in. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs.
We are currently running 2 make-alongs at the moment, because no one has your pub lab more of them. The first one is the ABD StashSmash 2022. You must be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website for your entered account. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next draw is on the...
I never changed it.
Is in April.
2nd of April.
2022. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner for that will be drawn by random number generator.
Okay.
The Mr. Bark and myself, which is an entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. If it can be measured in metres, then it can be entered. So knitting, crochet, Tunisian crochet, weaving and spinning. And cross stitch.
No, because nobody's ever put a cross stitch in it.
Well, what if we get a new viewer and they do cross stitch and then they feel left out? Inclusivity, mother. Inclusivity.
Whatever.
Goes at your own discretion and you can increase or decrease whenever you like. Each person entering will have one FO thread post that all projects will be logged in. The next make along is the hashtag Yappy and Scrappy Blanket Make Along 2022. You must again be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on your website. On our website.
Yes.
The website. For your account. Physical prizes will be done quarterly. The next draw is in April 2nd of April 2022. Physical prize for the FO thread. The winner for that again is run by random number generator, the Mr. Bark and myself, which is an entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner for that will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10.
Yes.
Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged.
Wholeheartedly.
T's and C's apply.
Make sure when you're putting your entries in to the FO thread that you also stick them into the charter threads to double your chances of winning a prize. Because Opti wants to win prizes. This week we have Correction Corner, thanks to Andrew. Coming in, going out, StashSmash and Whips. In this week's podcast there is a lot of, well, not a lot of knitting, there's some knitting and some Tunisian crochet, of which I didn't bring over. It's contagious.
You wonder where I got it from.
And timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below.
Wow.
Now, last week we announced this year's make-alongs, then proceeded not to tell you about the make-alongs.
Yous must be psychic.
So, the StashSmash obviously carried on from last year. It will be a year-long make-along. It starts on the 1st of January 2022 and continues throughout the year until the 31st of December. The FO thread is a no chatter thread. Please keep all your questions and comments to the chatter thread. Obviously, if you've accidentally posted in an FO thread, you can either delete it or keep a wee mental note and go back and put an FO in it. The goal is to craft from your stash. Stash is however you would like to characterise it. Me, it's anything that's in my possession. It's therefore in my stash, so I am not restricted to what I use. If I bring new stuff in just now and then immediately cast it on, it can still be entered. Many rules are at the participant's discretion, so if you want to only use yarn from last year and beyond, that's entirely up to you. It's not necessary to take part. Goals are optional. There is no disqualification if you do decide to have a goal. I say it's like, well, do me. My goal is 26,000 metres. If I don't hit it, I will not be disqualified because point number 1, I'm not allowed to enter my own make-along. And point number 2, it's a make-along. It doesn't matter. It's supposed to be fun and encouraging. Therefore, we don't care. Obviously, the object has to be finished for it to go into the FO thread. Spinning, the yarn is classed as a finished object. You don't then have to knit that yarn for it to be classed as anything. Or crochet.
So technically, could you spin your own yarn, knit your own yarn, and then for enter both?
Yes.
Get on it, people. Double the entry. Double the time, I'm guessing.
Yes. What can be included in StashSmash are test knits and pre-knits can be included if you're using your own stash, because let's be honest, you're using your own stash, obviously. Test knits and pre-knits where you receive the yarn support and the leftovers are added to your stash.
Then
those can be entered. Unfortunately, if you test knit or pre-knit and the item in unused yarn is returned, then unfortunately that wouldn't class as an entry because it's not changing your overall totals.
Something fair.
Basically, as long as your totals change, then it can be entered. If you post a project in the FO thread, we heartily encourage you to also post it in the charter thread so that everyone can comment and tell you how wonderful it is and ask questions if they have questions about anything. Ask you how wonderful it was to knit and did you love it. The plus side to this is obviously it doubles your chances of winning a prize.
Yes it does.
The hashtag Yappy and Scrappy blanket make-along 2022 is again a year-long make-along starting on the 1st of January and continuing through to the 31st of December. Both make-alongs you can dip in and out whenever you choose. The FO thread is a chatter. The FO thread is a no chatter thread, so please keep all questions and comments to the relevant thread. If you post a project in the info thread, you're heartily encouraged yet again to place it in the charter thread. Suggestions for patterns can be found in the charter thread on Ravelry and on the website. This is not an exhaustive list. As long as you can show how it's scrappy, it can be entered. I am not the make along police. I am not about to go through everybody's entry and go, oh, that doesn't count. Because to be honest with you, I have far, far more important stuff to be doing, like putting show notes on the website and make sure that they're right. More on that later. Whew. Multiple blanket entries are heartily encouraged if you have more than one scrappy project. Start again. If you have more than one scrappy blanket, you are more than welcome to enter them all.
Yes.
And the scrappy blankets also count in StashSmash. Just putting it out there.
That's kind of why we run two. So if you do one, you get to go in the other.
Oh, now it's Andrew.
Now it's me. Sorry. Somebody hadn't rushed me last time.
What yarn did you use, Andrew? I used this yarn. Right. What cement did you that? I don't know, I've not got a ball bond.
On me, I still have the wool in my house.
Did you send me the pictures of the wool that you used?
No, but I tell you it was cable knit, so.
Lucky for Andrew, he leaves things lying at his back end, and I picked up the ball band. So I had it in my little pile.
So, we'll
stick a picture.
My garter scarf, I swear, talking's getting hard. Talking's really hard.
Would you like me to buy you a tube of Polygrip for your birthday so you can stick your teeth in? Hurry up!
I'm just doing this because I annoys you.
Yes, you are!
So my garter scarf blanket, no. Oh my.
See, even Arya thinks there's too much carry on going on.
My garter scarf, that's it, it's a garter scarf. Hello Arya. Is 91.5 metres.
He used 91.5 metres.
And that is 350 grams.
No, it's not, it's 305.
I can't read, I can't speak, and I can barely write. The yarn I used was Crafty Things cable knit yarn in grey, which is 100% acrylic. It's 50 grams.
It's 150 grams.
It's 150 grams in a ball, and that is 45 metres. I got that for my work. That is Home Bargains Own. So the yarn is from Home Bargains, but it is actual TJ Morris Limited yarn because that's who owns us.
Next one.
They were not done. That was not done on a 10mm needle. That was done on a 15mm needle. Because I had to up the size because...
Well, that information came from you.
Because this needs a 12. We don't have a 12. We couldn't find one.
I asked him, what size needle did you use? And he said a 10mm.
No, I said I started with a 10mm. But his mum was like, is it not 10mm? And I said, no. I started with that because I didn't have a 12 and thought, nah, I'll be fine. Then that wasn't fine. Then I think we found a 12, or we found a 13. That was too hangy, so I was like, you know what? Getting the big guns, going on Amazon, bought 15.
It's a 50.
So it's a 15. Use 15mm. Still would have used a bigger one, like just that size, just big, massive needle.
Copper pipe.
Copper pipe. So my next one, which was my first face cloth, was the grandmother's favourite, the original by Vintage in their own Ravelry. If you've not put it if they're on Ravelry.
They are linked in the show notes.
I used, apart from a scarf because that was made up, like most of my patterns. Or most of my knitting. I make it up.
Oh look Mum, my socks are finished. Andrew, one of your socks has 81 rounds and the other one has 62.
I forgot that sock was like that because I was supposed to go back and knit on that sock, and I thought I knitted on that sock and was up to the heel, so I never worked on it. Turns out you should really check projects and count. Counting helps. So I made no modifications to it. I used Lily's Sugar and Cream. Do I have the ball band? No, but I have both.
Don't die shock people, Andrew's got a ball band.
Just because Heather gave me it.
You want me to keep a hold of it so you don't lose it?
No. So, because I might need more to finish this, so I might need to... You're about to rip it.
I'm not about to rip it.
So it is Lily's Sugar and Cream, and it is shade number 01042, which is overcast, so a grey. It is 100% cotton, and you get 110 metres and 70 grams.
I swore that said oatmeal.
That's what it looks like. Obviously it comes in like an actual ball bat. I like making wee yarn balls.
Comes in a cake.
You can do that and go, and it rolls out. And then you realise you have to roll it back up and it's not as fun. So I'm using 4.5mm straights. Naughty. Not to the dog, but to you.
Well, I was working yesterday on the website and there was a chap at the door and it was the postie. And he may have brought me some stuff. Now, one I can show you straight away, the other one I will need to put a spoiler alert in.
Oh, I know what it is.
If someone had held off 2 minutes, that entire conversation would not.
Why is there another one then?
Because it's a monthly club. There's 2 months.
Oh, you just not sure the other one because you didn't want people. You didn't want me to sit there and go, oh, bought more.
No, because it's already been added into my total. It's in a box, and I'm scared to look in the box in case I find more projects. So I can't show you it because I didn't take a picture. Now can I show this? Are you done? Judgy pants.
I'm never done judging. I'm a very judgy person.
The first one, both of them are from my Yarny Corner. It's this one, look how strong. And it is in the Blue Moon colour, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. It's stunning. So that was my first purchase. Now, if you don't want to see this month's colourway, close your eyes.
Look away. Fast forward to... You're not going to put that in, are you? I'm just going to be sitting there going like...
No.
You know what? I'm just going to... Eventually it's going to appear somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
I wasn't going to tell them to skip ahead to ending for all the length of time it takes me to run through it.
But then you technically should. You should have a bit so they could skip it because they could listen and hear what it is.
I'm colourblind. I don't know what colours it is.
You can still say the name. Do they know the name of it? Giving that away.
Shut up. No, because Danny and Alex show you what the... Obviously, it's the Only Fools and Horses Mystery Sock Club. So they give you a rough idea what the theme is going to be about.
She's not thinking about her viewers.
Shut your face, you are a muppet!
She's not thinking about her viewers anymore. It's a shame.
I will leave it... To shut him up, I'll leave a timestamp up there when you can look back. Pew!
That finger.
I want to hit him so bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
Change direction. Change your finger, and that's exactly what Andrew gets to look at.
Very little finger.
Will you shush? If you don't want to see, I'll leave a timestamp up there for when you can look back. So we'll see you shortly. Now, this is my Yarny corner with their lovely new...
I need that as a badge or as a poster or both.
Their lovely new logo. It's so pretty. And this is during the war, the Only Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses Sock Club. You get it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 120 grams, so you get your 100 gram mini skein and your 20% mini, which isn't that orange. It's no that bright.
Yeah, it's more duller.
It's more subtle. It's no in your face. It's nice. Mind you, I quite like orange, so it is so nice. And when you get these specks of the orange, they are quite stunning. You get 480 metres in the 120 gram pack, because you get your 20 gram mini and your 100 gram mini skein. So excited. Apart from that, I've been very good.
Mm-hmm.
I will now swap yarn for the people coming back, and I'll just sit stroking it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm stroking my yarn. So all I've added this month is 880 metres and 220 grams, and I'm feeling smug.
What are you going to make where your will, Mum?
Nothing. I'm going to sit. The last one sat on my desk for 3 weeks, and I looked at it and went, "You're a bit lush."
No wonder.
So that one is going to sit on my desk, and I'm going to look at it and go, "You're a bit lush." The sock club does come with a stitch marker. I forgot to bring it over.
Terrible.
And a wee tag. Forgot to bring that
Terrible.
over too. And it came with a chocolate bar, and I ate that. Opened it up and was like, "Oh, chocolate! I'm quite hungry." And a candle, which I sat while working on the website and had it burning, and it was really nice.
You don't like white chocolate, do you?
White chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I like any chocolate. I don't care what chocolate is. I'm not chocolatist. I'll eat anything.
Because my work does a white chocolate candle in.
Oh no. It's a candle.
Like,
oh, no.
You know the smell of white chocolate can sometimes be like, boom.
Really sickly.
Yeah, and punches you in the face. Well,
Yes.
this one punches you in a certain region, then punches you in the stomach, and then while you're down, punches you a little bit more. Basically, you're getting beat up, but it's really nice because you're sitting there like, chocolate. Or as for somebody who's not actually had chocolate in a while.
You know, had chocolate in a while.
Not had chocolate in a while. Been very good.
You could have one of my M&M's earlier on.
I say that, but I've been eating like a lot of crisps.
Do you have anything going out, Andrew? Too much to ask.
Next
2 weeks
joke.
in a row.
Oh, you weren't doing your comedy sketch now?
No. My first going out,
Is it finally done?
It's finally done.
Have you fixed your Sith hood?
I've fixed my hood and it is amazing. So this is, do you know what? I'm going to put it on because why no? You just have to ignore the fact that I've not woven in any ends and I'm maybe need to revisit under my arms.
Technically, I do have something going out. I never wove in, but I kind of knotted and snipped off the ends of a shawl. My very first lorry shawl.
That's already been seen conquered.
Exactly, but it's not done till you weave your ends in.
Can I get my hood to sit right? Yeah.
That's why. You can see it. Is that you fixed that?
Yes.
That would be actually quite good because you know if there's like a wind blowing in your face and it's annoying and you didn't have a hanger, you could just pull the front down. Or if you're like on the bus and needing to sleep, you just pull it all the way down.
It's supposed to be like a druid. I can't get it to sit right.
I wondered why I was.
Because like it's supposed to be like a druidy thing, right? And it is.
Right.
When
that
it's
makes
sat right, but I can't get it to sit right because I've not got eyes in the back of my head.
That makes a lot more sense now because I kind of thought like no, you'd mucked it up, but if that's what's supposed to be, that is actually really cool and I want one.
I need to come in. But it's done. I'll stand up and show you. Just excuse my bottoms. It is bra.
All you need now is your orc teeth.
My what?
Your orc teeth. Salt trap. Ow!
It is lush. Love it. Bro.
You're not going to translate that into Turkish, you know? Damn, that arm actually still hurts.
It is the Islay by Albina McLaughlin. It is a pre-knit. As yet, it is not available. Look at my hair. I've got hood hair. Goodness sake. It is unavailable at present as it is a pre-knit. As soon as it does become available, I will let you know. The hood is an optional extra. I am seriously considering making another one without a hood. But I've got a hood.
Swap you, make me my cardigan to make me one of them in black or grey.
You can have it in grey, I'm not making it in black. Get a grip.
I'll try to be sadistic.
I can make you one in grey because there's grey wool there for it. For your cardigan.
Not cardigan, I want one of them.
Right, you bought grey wool for your cardigan.
So when you gonna start it?
Because you keep changing your mind.
No, I've always wanted a cardigan. Long flowing one makes me look pretty.
You can make your own long flowy cardigan, dude, because I ain't got the time. Are you wanting me to make you one of these and that Detroit wool?
I don't know what the Detroit wool is. Is that the grey wool I bought?
And that one.
Again.
1, 2. Pull it out.
That grey one at the back?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do. No, darker.
I don't have any darker wool.
I'll buy darker wool. I want darker. That's too light. That's like bright. That's practically white. It needs to be dark.
I'll be back in a minute. If you buy the wool.
So that means you now also do me like about three socks, a cardigan, and now an Islay.
How much are you 3 socks when you only done 7 days of Vlogmas?
Right.
No, I'm due you another one at most, and even then a pair of shorties.
No, because you might have stopped it, but I was still doing it. So therefore...
So how many videos did you post?
We post videos together. How dare I post videos alone?
Nice try, Batman.
I'm just saying.
If you can find a cardigan that's not a colossal pain in the rectum, I will knit your cardigan using that cable. Heating's on, knitted top, knitted jumper, cooking. I made a size 5, which is a 53.5 inch. My gauge may have been off a wee bit, so it's not as big as what I was expecting it to be, but to be honest with you, it fits perfect and I'm really happy with it. I don't have a ball band. I'm turning into you.
Stop paying yourself.
I'll stick a picture in of the brew. It is Stylecraft Highland Heathers in shade 3751, which is Lock. It is 100% premium acrylic. You get 272 metres and 100 grams. Modifications to the pattern: I did tapered sleeves. I wanted the hood. I can't remember what the pattern does for the sleeves. And obviously it just as a normal neckband. Is there anything else? I used a 5mm, 4mm and a 3mm needle. I used 1224.8 metres and 451 grams. I am thrilled. I was supposed to wash this morning and I didn't. I'm not going to leave mine in until I've washed it. I will get it washed tomorrow. I will get it blocked. This morning I decided to wash socks instead. Is that everything? No. Yes. So that's my first finished object. My next finished object, which I'm not going to go into great detail here. I think what I'm going to do is have a separate video that goes through the scrappy blankets and what the yarns are and all the rest of it. But I have been putting on more squares to my blanket. And I have started on block 3. So this is block 3. Get it down here. Starts there, so I've put 4, and I'm just working away on that. I will go through the yarns that are used and how much each yarn in the post. And then when I put in new squares, I'll just update that. I have put in 174.4 metres of scraps, which is 44.14 grams. I'm just using various wool slash merino slash nylon blends and various metrages. But I'll go into that in the other video. So that is my going out. I have been a busy wee beaver on the website, not on my knitting. I have had low Mojo High Frustrations and very little knitting time, because I'm trying to fix the website and do the stuff that I meant to do, and by the time it's time to go to bed, I have done very little knitting. So,
just meant to knit in your sleep.
I need to learn how to knit in my sleep.
No, you may end up stabbing right with a needle.
I will. Stab myself with a needle more like. my goal is to craft 26,000 metres. So far I have crafted 1,935.2 metres. I have this week used up 1,398.84 metres, which I'm really happy about, which brings my total this week to 3,333 metres, 333.06 metres. Previously I have brought in 1,220 metres. I have brought in an additional 820 metres this week, which brings my total to 2,040 metres. I am very, very smug because for the first time in a long while I am actually crafting more than I am bringing in.
Just now. Just saying.
Stop laughing at me. You mean person. To target, I have 22,666.94 metres. I am not overly concerned that that's a lot. I will get there if I get there. So far this year I have crafted 174 start again. So far this year I have crocheted 174.4 metres. I have knit 3,159.82 metres. I have not spun anything and I have not woven anything. Botheration. I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge, which is to craft 30 projects in 2022. So far I have crafted 3 projects, which is 10%. So I'm not overly worried yet.
I think I've smashed mine because I think I said 2.
You didn't say 2, you said 8. Or was it 6?
6. All I can say is explicit word. Some all these swear. Family show and all that.
I don't know what you're talking about. You've already finished 3 projects.
Exactly.
You're already sitting at 50%.
Oh yeah, where
I should up it to 8 just to be nice to myself.
Yeah, you're like nowhere near
Your
me,
turn.
so like sit down. Know your place. I'm joking. I know my place.
Right, can I just clarify something? My first project going out this year weighed more, had more meterage than your entire StashSmash total.
So my only whip. So my only whip is my dishcloth.
Did you put a stitch marker in it last week so that you could prove that it was longer?
I was about here last week.
So
and I'm
he's
here.
put in 3 rounds.
No, 1, 2, yeah. No, see that was sitting here. Because I finished.
Andrew's done more knitting at this house today than he's done in about 2 months.
It's because stuff's been going on. And mostly been tired. So, anyway. And if I fall asleep with these, I'll end up on if I fall asleep knitting on that, I'm going to wake up in the morning and bail. So that is where I've got my yarn, which is down here, is again the Lily's Sugar and Cream shade number 01042, which is overcast, and I'm using again 4.5mm straight. Not the original ones.
Sure that Andrew is actually working on it and no just taking the Michael.
Taking the Mickey. You've written down what rows I'm on.
I've written down how many rows he's done. So next week, will you at least try to get it finished?
Oh yes. Try. Did not say I would succeed. But nah, I should do. These are not the original needles this was knit on.
Hey, what's you knitting on?
Not the same size, but not these ones. Because in the move...
Have you been eating them?
No, it's just bent and that's the way it was. And I can knit round corners. And the great move that happened, the bag, I really love it. Heather got me it. It's a nice wee bag.
Is that Naomi's favourite one?
Yeah, you tote it about. I love the pattern. It's black, it's dark, it's I think grey or blue, I don't know.
It's
Bluey grey.
A bluey grey, it's sort of like a gunmetal colour.
Had it in that. So the problem with me is I don't ever finish a project on half a needle, so you just turn it hingy. I always have one off. So it's sitting in the bag like that, and obviously doesn't move because it's attached to the ball, but obviously the loose one can fall out. So the loose one fell out somewhere in the move. I thought it was in the back of the car. It's not. I've went through all my boxes. It is not there. I've searched my room.
You'll come across it when you're not looking for it.
So I've lost that one, but I did manage luckily to find them, because the next thing was I'd have to go and buy them off of Amazon. But I didn't need to. So I am liking it. I don't know how. Does that just like, once you're done, like, could you put that in the tumble dryer, or do you just leave it out to dry?
You can wash it and you can put it in the tumble dryer.
Right. So that is my only whip. Well, technically not.
Technically not.
Because I did sit and this on my sock till somehow I managed to like knit a stitch that I dropped without it being
Andrew
there.
put a yarn over in his sock.
So I have been working on them.
I was in the process of switching over. Yes. These, you want to do that one?
Yes. So this, showing it lusterly, this is my sock. It is in, I don't know,
Poplar Yarn Company Splatterdink, which is 425 meters and 100 grams.
Yes, it is I know this. The pattern is the Shock Pattern Generator by Rachel Leggett. Is that right?
Yes. Andrew, have you
Mucked it up probably. I am using 2.25, is it?
I was going the wrong way.
2.25mm higher sharps. I am remembering, and it's coming back to me like a hangover in the morning.
My first project in my Naomi's favourite bag that I got from Heather. I love this bag.
Tongue to you.
What?
Tongue to you.
How?
Can't call it a whip.
My first whip.
There's a point where somebody's going to have to tell me to stop.
Stop.
Not yet. Everyone knows I don't listen.
Is my basic socks with integrated heel pair number 2 by Albina McLaughlin.
Yeah, that's really nice.
This is where I was last week. This is how much I've done this week.
Show off.
I am making no modifications whatsoever. I'm just going to follow the pattern as directed. I have, however, put in a lifeline because Andrew wanted me to show him how to do the heel. Is the heel going in your sock today, Andrew?
No, because I thought my socks were finished and ready for the heel. Then one wasn't. Then I had to sit and knit it. Then I got really tired. So I'm not eating the same for dinner. I'm going home. Probably not going to have dinner. Probably going to go to bed, have a nap.
And then be up all night.
Because I am, or just sleep.
I have not quite decided what size I'm going to be making. It'll either be a UK size 5 or a UK size 9 for Ryan. I am using a Regia Mosaic colour in shade 05560. This is it here. Breed. It is a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I have, is it 400 metres and 100 grams or 400 metres and 50 grams?
I don't know.
Might need to check that. If it's 100 grams, I've split it off into 2 balls, and I'm using Magic Loop and a 2.5mm higher sharp. May possibly do them for Ryan.
He gets socks, no problem.
Ryan buys me things.
And I give you crippling anxiety.
Yes.
I give you trauma.
My next whip is the Flying Fox Show by Olga Fahim. This is where it got to. I don't know what's going on. Basically what had happened, I'd started it, I'd got to here. Actually, I was further on the last time than what I am now. So I picked it up, was working on it, and I was like, they're not working right. And it only seems to be on one end. Now I'll show you. There's the eyelets. Now I'll show you this one because it shows it better. There's the eyelets, and obviously when I go back they'll be offset one. This is this one, and it's stacked on. No, is it this side? Is it stacked on? Right. No, because they are stacked on top of one another. If you look at the lace there, they're stacked on top of one another again. Now, not a happy bunny. So I ripped it back. And I was like, well, that's not right. I'll rip it back. Forgot to put a lifeline in. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to rip it all back out, restart it, it'll be fine. So ripped it all back out, restarted it. It's done the same thing. And I was like, well, clearly, obviously I've seen this shawl knit up by the pattern, it's got to be me. So ripped it out again, done it again, same thing. I'm ripping this out for the third time now. I was sitting thinking to myself, I could just rip it out and that'll be done with it. And I said to the ladies on Zoom, I've ripped that project out and I restarted it again, and I've made the exact same mistake again. So now I've got the notepad out because clearly I need numerical help. Can't tell you what the yarn is because I can't remember. Drops, merino, something. Leave a bit up there. Yes, and I'm using a size 4.5mm knit prosang.
I could tell you mine. I tell them mine without even looking at it. I'm a pro.
Do you have 37 projects?
No, only you have that many. Yeah.
Well, so that is all the knitting content. Andrew can't go home until I have... Are you leaving this here until next week?
Yes, because I am on the verge of falling asleep on the podcast, and that would not be nice.
Right,
I'm
well, give
sure
me them.
I snore.
I will keep hold of these and I will fix them.
Or finish them if you want. That's another if you could do. Finish them. There you go. Add it to your StashSmash. You're welcome.
So that is all the knitting content. Hospital did not go well. Well, it did go well, but it was a colossal waste of time. The surgeon is a muppet, and that's what I'm going to say. The surgeon is a muppet. Don't ask people to go back if you're not interested in helping them. That's what I'm going to say.
Above thoughts about this station?
Oh, he was an arrogant human being. So, I will speak to the doctor. I'll just work my GP and that'll be good. We are moving the knit and natters. We have some things coming up, which means having knit and natter on a Monday is no longer practical. So we are moving the knit and natters to a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. GMT/BST, British Summer Time. If you would like to join, message me on don't mention me on Ravelry. I say every week. Message me on Instagram. I will add you to the group chat where you will get passcodes and room IDs, and you can have a chat in between.
Badges, secret missions.
Don't have badges.
World.
Talk me off the ledge. Is there anything else?
Nothing with me. Same old working.
Oh yes. Apologies for the website. I did not realise that there was 23 pages of show notes missing. I thought there was only 5.
I knew there was that much, but
so what day did I have a moment?
it was the podcast where you said to me, because we had the wee argument, but we tiff, because I was like, I can do show notes, I can help. You're like, no, because I'm going to change them anyway, I'm doing them a new way.
Yeah, well,
and
I've decided not to because
them.
why make life difficult for
Well,
yourself?
technically you did do them a new way.
It gets better. So during the week, I was like, I could see this website far enough. I'm not getting on any better. And what had happened? Ryan had offered to help. And I was like, that's great. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. And he's like, you need to show me what to do. So moved, obviously everything's set up on my desk. Obviously I've got the hard drive and I've got my laptop and I've got all the podcast stuff, notes and stuff is on sitting about and it's great. Well, obviously there's not another seat, and this, let's be honest, these seats we sit on for podcasting on are not the comfiest.
My bottom is asleep.
I'm starting to get a sore back, hence why I'm leaving, because seriously. So I thought, right, he's quite slim, he's not got enough meat on his bahook, so we'll move through the living room. That was at about 8 o'clock. 2:30. We finished the first one.
How?
Because Ryan thought it would be a great idea to put StashSmash in on the website, which meant we needed a table.
Oof. What?
To which my reply is, the reason StashSmash is not on the website is because Wix don't do tables. Let's see if we can find something else. And I looked and I was like, so Wix has kind of updated itself and now it does do tables. But there's a whole load of faff going into changing it. And to be honest, if I change one, it'll change them all. And I was like, I'm so over this, can I not just copy and paste it? So that's what I did. Then, what had happened? Obviously I use my diary and I use a StashSmash. I was like, why are my totals different in my diary than what they are on the show notes? Now when I do the show notes, I take the information from Ravelry. Obviously in my diary I'll wait and I'll work out what the meterage is and I'll write down how much I've used. So all last year my totals have been wrong. because for whatever what was that I'd done? Ryan's Uncle Jim's woven scarf. That used in my diary something like 340 metres. On Ravelry, according to them, despite the fact that 420, no, it must have been bigger than that, it must have been 750. Leave a bit up there the exact numbers. But according to Ravelry, it only used however many numbers, 15. I was like, but if you add that to that, that makes, I'm sure it was 740. It's like, that makes 740. So, where's the other 35 years went? Then I started looking at another couple of projects and the same thing happened again. It's like it doesn't count it properly. And I was like, oh, my blooming totals are wrong.
Did you hit your goal last year?
I don't know, I'm only up to episode 10. Because I then started getting confused about what had been added and what hadn't been added. And I thought, right, I'm going to set up the StashSmash login all the projects in. That way I know, right, I've done that, that's been added. If I mention it again, I'm not adding it twice, because I think I did that on one episode where I added a project twice.
Exactly.
And then I thought, if I added that wool on. So then I started another sheet of paper where I can log what wool's getting brought in. So that total's right. Every time I go to do something else, I find something else to do. So the rest of the show notes will be up eventually. There is show notes there. How correct they are, I don't know. But we will sort those various bridges when we get to them.
Yes.
Moral of the story is, do not ask a man to help with a website. There's nothing wrong with my website. My website was fine. My website was easy to update in the current format that it's in. Now I have to change all the links and I have to put StashSmash in, and Wix only lets you upload 3 documents a week.
So what does that mean?
The website keeps freezing when I'm trying to upload, which means I need to shut all my windows down, I need to clean my hard drive, I need to reset it all back up again, and then I can start uploading, and it'll do like a couple of episodes. And obviously we're at the stage, the show notes, where the 2As are doing StashSmash now. So obviously, rather than just uploading one extra picture, I'm uploading an extra 2.
So, ouch.
So, lots of frustration. I will get it done if it kills me. I am spending a lot of time in front of a computer. And if it wasn't for Zooms, I don't get any knitting done at all. Is there anything else? Have a couple of things coming up this week. Ryan goes back to work on Monday. Tomorrow. Ryan goes back to work tomorrow.
Fun times.
Fun times. Yeah, so fun. If you'd like to join that natter, message me on Instagram. I am rambling rubbish. I want my dinner. I'm hungry. And I need to get this edited, so it's going to be going up late. Is there anything else?
No.
We hope you have a very crafty week, and we will see you back here again next week. Bye.
Bye.